Hey guys, just wanted to go over the latest patch notes and detail a few things. Firstly, and perhaps the biggest one, is that encrypted vaults now drop a lot more materials. The patch notes specified that they were tripled, but in my testing it seems to be a little bit more than that. I only managed to get a few done before putting this video together, but the floor now on the tier 1 is pretty awesome. I got 4 at a minimum, and it seems like at the top end it can go up to 7. The precises also can go up to 11 based on my testing. So the tier 1s and the tier 2s are much better than they were before. This is a sort of double-edged benefit as well, because alongside having to require you to have more snitches in the first place, it means you're spending less time opening the vaults as well. I mean, you're probably going to be spending about 5 minutes per craft. If you really need to, go out, grab those materials, and you're done. I will say that you can allegedly drop the materials from elites. I didn't actually drop any from any elites, but I did a mission for 5 minutes and I found that some of the regular mobs managed to drop them. It was only 1 apiece and the drop rates were pretty low. I don't think anyone is going to consciously farm these materials via this method. It's nice to have as an option, I guess. But the real benefit here for me is passive build up, especially for like those niche crafts that maybe you wouldn't really think people would go out and farm for. So maybe some like off-meta legendary weapons or non-meta blueprints, that type of thing. It's nice that you don't just have to go and unlock them. If you're farming a mission in a specific area that's, 1 minute on repeat, you can build up enough to potentially unlock a lot of things and not have to use any of your code analyzers. And yeah, really good, really great change overall. Next up, I just wanted to touch on something that may or may not have happened, and I would like some feedback from you guys. The testing that I've done on private area resetting seems to suggest that it has been nerfed in some capacity. The timers before, I would regularly get 0 timers, so I could immediately go and kill them, and from time to time it would maybe be a minute or 2. Now it seems like I'm consistently getting 3 to 5 minutes on a reset timer. I don't know if I'm going crazy. I don't know if there's some other system at play. They didn't detail anything in the patch notes, but let me know your experience on that, because I'm really interested whether or not this has been nerfed. And to be honest, I think they should make changes to it anyway. It's not in the spirit of the game to just be in like a private lobby, switching and going backwards and forwards. I'd like to see them reduce the time to maybe like 3 minutes or something like that. Kind of encourage people to get together in some way as well in order to do it, because right now it doesn't feel great. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. I don't know what's going on there. Now, in the patch notes, there was some random mission right at the start of the game that had its occupation time reduced from 90 seconds to 60 seconds. This is a totally irrelevant patch note, and I'm amazed they even bothered putting it in there, but it is what it is. I did want to take this time, though, to quickly mention something that really annoys me. These circle areas that you can stand in, they go quicker if multiple people are standing in them. As you can see from this video, the bar increases at a much quicker rate when there are 2 people in there as opposed to just 1. So please, if you see one of these areas, don't stand outside the circle. It's not a binary. The more people in it, the quicker it goes, and this scales up to 4 people. Next, it's now possible to queue for hard mode infiltrations. However, you can't select any mods from doing this, so if you want to roll on a second pattern, you may want to stick to privates or use a Discord to find a group. I also wanted to do 2 tips here with regard to this. Firstly, there's a console in Albion to launch infiltrations. You don't have to go to the area. You can do it from here. And second up, you will have to manually change your reward type if you don't want the primary pattern that the area drops. You can select this in the top right-hand corner. And the last thing that I want to cover, guys, is that Nexon has acknowledged people complaining about drop rates, and they may make changes to this. If I had to hazard a guess, I would guess that 3% drop rates from opening up a pattern will probably be bumped, maybe to 5%, maybe beyond. I will personally be hedging that this might happen, and I will be saving up patterns. The great thing about doing this is that opening up patterns in some situations doesn't really take that much time, especially for ones from Magister Lab and those kinds of locations. I'll probably still do the Catalyst ones that are 15%, but the Magister Lab one that I farm that's only at a 3% to get the Energy Activator blueprint, I'm probably going to save those up because it doesn't take long for me to crack them open, and I don't necessarily need the energy activators right now anyway. Do as you will on this, but the great thing is that you can farm up the patterns now, and then when you really do need whatever the material is that's contained within them, you can decide to then open them. So that's part of the good thing about this potential change. You can still get the raw material and then decide at a later date what you want to do. Anyway, guys, that's all from me today. Please subscribe. I will have more videos soon.